lots of people who we really love wrote some pretty horrible lyrics, including the Beatles, we love more than anybody, right? But some of their lyrics are just gobbledygook. I don't know what "I Am the Walrus" means. You know, I don't know what "yellow matter custard dripping from a dead dog's eye" means.
Right. A lot of it is how you listen to it. It's not necessarily what the meaning of the lyrics are, but what the sound of the lyrics are. And Lennon got that when he wrote "I Am the Walrus." It was all about what it sounded like.
Right.
I remember when we were kids listening to the Beatles, 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. Wow, he's talking about Blackburn, Lancashire. Where the hell is that? It was so exotic sounding. Like, remember the song Norwegian Wood?
Of course.
She's a Norwegian. You know, what does that mean? It all was kind of very...
But that song, I feel like, I can kind of understand basically what it's about. It's sort of like a veiled telling of a groupie encounter.
Yes.
You know, okay, in an era where you couldn't be too explicit about it, and probably where he didn't want his wife to know.
Right.
I fell asleep in the bath, and, you know, I don't know what, I don't think wood was he saying erection with wood? Is that?
Now we can say that, but
no,
back
but
then,
was wood a term back then for a heart?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, I just feel like some of these lyrics are daring you. They were so good at music. They were like, I fucking dare you to like this song.
Yeah, Lennon would do that. Yeah.
And McCartney would write Hello, Goodbye, or, you know, I mean, Get Back. Did you watch the...
Yes,
okay, so we saw him writing it. Remember? Lennon was late one day and you saw him writing on a bass. And we saw how the lyrics evolved. I mean, there's only like 4 lyrics to the song. You know, it's just a sound collage, and it's like,
yes,
and it's okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I don't know, and I don't care.
I don't care either, but I've been listening to that song for 50-something years, and it's just sounds great, right?
Yes, it's about sound. That's what first hits us, is the sound of the lyrics, not the meaning.
Okay, but I came here to say one thing, which is that you never do that. You either write a love song, which is awesome, lyrically, poetic, stands alone without the music, even if I'd never heard the music, or when you're not writing a love song, it's about something. There's some nutrition to it, there's some meaning to it.
I hope so.
There is, and you say it eloquently. You don't just put it down. It's just not like, oh, well, good enough. So, you know, I know in the documentary you said something like, I write the way I speak. I mean, you don't really believe that.
I think so.
You
I use plain language. I don't get flowery.
Yes, you do.
You think so? I try not to.
Okay. When I wore a younger man's clothes is a poet. You could have said, when I was younger.
But it wouldn't have rhymed.
And also, when I wore a younger man's clothes, that's between a poet and a schmuck. Wouldn't say it that way.
Well, it's as the smile ran away from his face. That's a poet.
You know, I mean, it's all through. I mean, can you play a little of Summer Highland Falls? Do you remember the lyrics to that?
Yeah. I hope so. You want me to sing?
What?
Should I? You want me to sing?
No.
They say that these are not the best of times.
These are the only times we know.
They're the only times I've ever known.
Right.
It was the best of worlds. It was the worst of worlds. It was a tale of two cities.
Oh, is that where you got that from?
Yeah, I stole it.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay, so you're stealing from Dickens, the best.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then in Cathedrals of Our, what's the next line?
I believe there is a time for meditation in Cathedrals of Our Own.
Okay, you got to admit that's a little more sophisticated than Wooly Bully.
It's a little artsy-fartsy, yes.
It's okay. Well, for us English and history majors, we appreciated it in a very big way.
Well, do you know that there's a song I wrote called You're My Home? It was on the Piano Man album.
I love it. It's on my top 50 of yours.
Well, I got beat up for a lyric in that song. The lyric was, let's see, you're my home. You're my castle, you're my cabin, and my instant pleasure dome. And there was a lot of instant pleasure done. What a reach. And I say, excuse me, that's from Xanadu by William Golden. You know, I stole it from a poet.
Kubla Khan, yes.
Yeah.
The story of Xanadu.
Kubla Khan, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, not everyone's going to appreciate all this, but I'm telling you, a lot of people do, and I think you are. I mean, I have heard you always say that you write the music first.
Yes.
Okay, so and you still write music.
Yes.
Okay, so it's really the fact that it's the lyrics. You set such a high standard that I think that's probably what is holding you back and why you haven't released music in so long, is because it seems like that's the part. You said at one point in the documentary, even, you said you got tired of the tyranny of the rhyme.
Yes.
Okay, and you know what? I'll tell you a little story. I tried to write a song once. It's hard. It was during the pandemic, and like we were all home and nothing to do, right? And it's like bored. Like, oh, when am I gonna? It's like, you know what? I always thought I could write a song. Maybe not the music, but I'm a writer. Excuse me. I've written 6 books. The editorial every week at the end of the show. I pretty much write that. I mean, with help, but that's my baby. And like, you know, a 13 stand-up special. I can write a song. No, I can't. I tried it sober. I tried it stoned. I tried it in a car. I tried it in a bar. I tried it on Mars. I tried it from afar. I couldn't do it. And, you know, it's just a special, different kind of skill than the one I have. And I even had a good premise and a title. It was called The World Makes Us Lie.
Okay, that's a good premise.
It is, because it was about someone in a relationship with someone who the world deemed age inappropriate. I don't know where I got the idea. But, and that could be more universal than that. The world does make us lie about things. And,
I agree.
And it's sometimes appropriate. If you believe what they were saying in the tabloids, you deserve to be lied to,
Well,
right?
just to get along, you've got to lie.
Right. So if you want to, if you're bored one day and you want to noodle with that one.
Please don't.
Because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
It's hard. It is hard.
It really is hard.
It is.
So when you listen to music, I was reading in the Times 2 days ago, they said the kids are back into buying DVDs because they got the memo that on digital, you don't ever really own anything that you think you own, but you really don't.
Right.
So like DVDs, yeah, that it's not my format. But what do you stream? Do you have an 8-track? Do you have a jukebox?
I don't know how to even get to it anymore. I can't even turn my TV on without going through 4 or 5 different permutations.
Oh, I know. But like, but when you listen to music, what are you listening on? What
first
format?
I got to find the right medium to hear it. I don't always, you know, I hardly play vinyl anymore. Although I have a turntable, a really nice turntable. I got a nice stereo, Macintosh, you know, analog equipment, and I don't know how to use it. So I try to find a radio station. I like to listen to classical music. That's
exclusively?
Pretty much.
You never want to hear Crimson and Clover.
No, I do. My kids make me listen to pop music. Daddy, put on the pop station.
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about radio now?
Yeah, in the car.
In the car.
Yeah. So it's easier for me to find a radio station in the car than it is at home. But what I do to listen to classical music when I want to hear it, I put on the TV and I try to find this classical symphony station on TV so I can hear music. It's so ass backwards. That's how I hear music nowadays. I put the TV on. Weird.